of scenery. He was dressed in a long coat, slightly too small for him, and had a black beret perched on spiky black hair. "Excuse me." The effect was electric. He turned around, tangled one foot with the other, and collapsed onto his broom. Agnes's hand flew to her mouth. "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you all right?" He scrambled up. "No trouble, miss. Can you tell me where I go for the auditions?" He looked around wildly. "Stage door, I'll show you." He set off towards the corner of the building. He had a unique stride. It wasn't so much a walk as a collapse indefinitely postponed. His erratic footsteps led towards a door in the side wall. Agnes followed them in. Just inside was a counter. The person behind it must have been human, because walruses don't wear coats. The strange man had disappeared somewhere in the gloom beyond. "Yes, miss," said the walrus man. It really was an impressive moustache. I'm here for the auditions." The doorkeeper produced a clipboard and a stub of pencil. "Sign here." "Who was that person who came in with me?" The moustache moved, suggesting a smile. "Everyone knows our Walter Plinge." This seemed to be all the information that was likely to be imparted. Agnes gripped the pencil. The most important question was, what should she call herself? Her name didn't exactly roll off the tongue. Catherine, possibly? Or Perdita? She could go back to trying Perdita. She'd been embarrassed out of using the name in Lancre. Well, here she could start afresh. Nanny Ogg's boots crunched on the leaves as she walked through the woods. A third witch. There was bound to be a candidate for the vacancy. There were several young girls in Lancre who were about the right age. Trouble was, the young men of Lancre knew it too. Violet Frottage was walking out with young Deviousness Carter, or at least doing something within 90 degrees of walking. Bonnie Corney had been gathering nuts in May with William Simply, and it was only because she'd taken a little advice from Nanny that she wouldn't be bearing fruit in February. And then a name rose out of the throng. Yes, her. Bright, talented, her voice for one thing. That was her power finding its way out, and of course she had a wonderful personality. And good hair. Well, that was settled then. Another witch to bully would set Granny up a treat. There was a huge darkness in front of Agnes, while at the same time she was half blinded by the light. Just below the edge of the stage, giant flat candles floated in a long trough of water. A voice said, "When you're ready, miss." "I've, got this song. It's—" There was a whispering in the darkness. Someone laughed quietly. "Off you go then, Perdita." Agnes launched into the hedgehog song and knew by about word 7 that it had been the wrong choice. You needed a tavern with people thumping their mugs on the table. She stopped at the end of verse 3. She could feel the blush starting somewhere around her knees. She could hear whispering. Words like timbre emerged, and then impressive build. She did, she knew, have an impressive build. "You haven't had much training, have you, dear?" "No." Whisper, whisper. "Sing us a few scales, dear." "Scales?" "Do, re, mi, you know? La, la, la." "Oh, yes." Agnes pitched her voice as low as she could and went for it. She worked her way stolidly upwards from sea level to mountain top and took no notice when a chair vibrated across the stage, a glass broke somewhere, and several bats fell out of the roof. People were clustering in the wings, staring at her. Is that your full range, lass?" "No." "No?" "If I go any higher, people faint." Whisper, 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 whisper. "And any other—" "I can sing with myself in thirds." "Sorry?" "Like do-me at the same time." Whisper, whisper. "What's your name again, dear?" Perdita. Perdita X. Knit." "We may have to do..."